What's up, LiveLean Nation? I'm Brad Guthrie from LiveLeanTV.com. So sure, calories in and calories out is important for weight loss, but there's a lot of talk about the importance of hormonal health. So in a previous video, I talked about the importance of thyroid health in optimizing your metabolism. But today, I want to talk about hunger hormones, primarily leptin, and how being leptin resistant can be a big contributor to fat gain. So what is leptin, guys? Well, leptin is a hormone that is produced in the fat cells. When functioning properly, it tells the brain that we have enough stored fat for survival, therefore we shouldn't need to eat anymore. So in other words, it tells you when you should feel full. And since leptin is produced by the body's fat cells, the more fat cells you have, the more leptin you produce. So this means obese people typically produce a lot of leptin. And this may sound like a good thing, but it's not. Because obese people produce so much leptin, they also become leptin resistant, meaning the leptin signals that should tell you when you're full, they just don't work properly. But when leptin is optimized and functioning properly, it triggers the brain to reduce hunger cravings and can help with improving your metabolism. So as you can tell, the more leptin sensitive your body is, which is a good thing, the more potential your body has for fat burn as well as higher quality sleep. So how can you optimize leptin and improve leptin sensitivity? Well, first of all, don't starve yourself. Leptin levels can decline and metabolism slows when calories are excessively reduced for extended periods of time. This is one of the many reasons why you should never starve yourself when your goal is weight loss. Be smart and strategic when you feed your body. So lower carb diets have been shown to help improve leptin sensitivity, which can lead to reduced hunger and cravings. So here's what happens to leptin when you eat too many carbs. When people consistently eat more carbs than their body requires, insulin levels continue to remain high, thus making the body's cells insulin resistant. So this creates more insulin and leptin production, which then sends a message to the brain to also become leptin resistant. Therefore, it just doesn't allow the brain to signal to your body when you're actually feeling full. So what happens? You continue eating more and having more and more cravings. And then here's what happens to your leptin when you don't eat enough carbs. When you follow a lower carb diet like I often recommend, it does not mean a zero carb diet. Just like too many carbs can cause insulin and leptin issues, not eating enough carbs can also negatively affect leptin. By massively reducing the carbs in your diet, the body won't release sufficient amounts of insulin, thus the body also won't release sufficient amounts of leptin. Therefore, you binge eat because the body doesn't produce enough leptin to tell you when you're full. So here are 3 more ways to improve leptin sensitivity and stop hunger cravings. Number 1, carb cycling and cheat meals. So guys, you'll love this one. As you know, one way to follow a lower carb diet while still optimizing your hormones, your metabolism, and enjoying life is via carb cycling. So with carb cycling, you'll typically have low carb days, medium carb days, and higher carb days. So when you're in a calorie deficit, the higher carb days typically act as your cheat meal. So by focusing on consuming more carbs during your cheat meal, this then triggers the brain to activate leptin, thus kickstarting your metabolism and sustaining continual fat loss. So carbs in a cheat meal, more so than fat, are also a great way to optimize leptin levels. Of course, guys, this only works when you're actually in a calorie deficit and following a healthy meal plan throughout the week. Number 2, go to bed earlier. So do you ever notice when you don't get a good night's sleep, you tend to have a lot of cravings? This lack of high quality sleep can diminish the production of leptin and boost ghrelin, which is a hormone that tells you when you're hungry, even when you may not be. So once again, leptin tells you when you're full and ghrelin tells you when you're hungry. So lack of sleep negatively affects both of these hunger hormones. So guys, as always, aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep to keep these hunger hormones in check. And number 3, once again, guys, focus on healthy whole foods, higher in protein and healthy fat and lower in carbs. Once again, improving insulin sensitivity can also improve leptin sensitivity. But remember, I said lower in carbs, not zero carbs. So as mentioned earlier, Healthy complex carbs in moderation are also important to optimize insulin and spike leptin sensitivity and your metabolism. So the best way to do this is by taking the guesswork away and following a proven meal plan comprised of whole foods, higher in protein and fat, and lower in complex carbohydrates. So when you have a plan, you won't fall into the trap of eating refined and processed carbohydrates that spike your insulin levels and your blood sugar, thus increasing your hunger. So we have two options for you. If you like variety, our Eat Clean Live Lean cookbook has over 200 of these healthy and delicious recipes. Or if you just prefer simplicity with your meal plan, our Live Lean 20 diet uses just 20 ingredients for 20 simple meals prepared in 20 minutes or less. So there you go, Live Lean Nation. Improve your leptin sensitivity and spark up your metabolism by following our quick, healthy, easy, affordable, and delicious recipes and meal plans. It's all done for you guys, so it's now time for you to take action and change your body. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep living lean.